This is the story of a selfless boy who helps his sister to fulfill her dreams. During a marathon, the boy encounters an American girl who falls while climbing the stairs, and he quickly comes to her aid. This girl had recently made headlines for her unpleasant remarks about Varanasi. Can the boy change the selfish mindset of the American girl? Siddharth asked his mom, "What is gender bias?" After a moment of thought, he continued, "Last week, a new student, Palak, joined our class. She has a younger brother. Palak told us that Mum asked her to do the household chores, but not her brother. They allowed her brother to spend the night at a friend's house, but they did not allow her. For her birthday, she received a doll and kitchen utensils as gifts, while her brother got a football and a laser gun." Gender bias or inequality exists in almost every walk of life, not just in India, but around the world, Mommy replied. "Why don't you ask your teacher about gender inequality?" During the free period, Siddharth asked the teacher about gender bias. The teacher, Samantha, replied, "Gender bias is everywhere. But I am more worried about gender-based violence. Let me narrate a true story about gender bias. This story is about a twin brother, Madhav, and his sister, Bansuri, who lived with their parents in Varanasi. The brother and sister would often fight over trivial matters, but they deeply loved each other. The sister would sometimes take the blame for her brother's mistakes. The kids turned 5 and they were admitted to a school. Madhav was very naughty and more interested in playing than studying. Bansuri, on the other hand, was good in her studies. On their 7th birthday, Madhav received a football, while Bansuri received a beautiful red pencil box. Excited, Bansuri took the pencil box to school to show her friends. As she was heading to her classroom with the box in hand, a bully boy snatched it away and ran off. When Madhav learned about what had happened, he confronted the bully during lunch break and managed to snatch the Bansuri's pencil box back. However, the bully and 2 of his friends surrounded Madhav and punched him several times, but they couldn't take the pencil box from him because the teacher arrived just in time. PT Master Badri took Madhav to the hospital. His nose was bleeding. Dr. Rahul examined him, applied ointment to stop the bleeding, and put a bandage on his nose. He handed Madhav a banana and said, "You're going to be okay. I heard that you stood up to those 3 bullies all alone. You need to eat well, play sports, and grow stronger." Madhav returned to school with a smile on his face, only to find Bansuri in tears. He handed the pencil box back to her. Bansuri decided to keep the pencil box in her trunk and never used it again. A few days later, on his way to the playground, Madhav noticed the same 3 bullies waiting for him. Not wanting to confront them, he decided to change his route. However, Ashok, the leader of the bully group, stopped him and said, "I'm sorry. What I did was wrong. Can we be friends now?" Madhav smiled and shook hands with Ashok. PT Master Badri observed the incident from a distance and felt good. Ashok was the son of his classmate and friend, who served as a city councillor. When Madhav and Bansuri were in Class 8, Bansuri received money for the Rakhi festival and took Madhav to see The Lion King. Despite the crowds, Madhav managed to buy tickets, and during intermission, Bansuri bought 2 samosas, a famous Indian pastry, as she knew he loved them. Madhav enjoyed the movie and sang its songs on the way home. Madhav quickly became a favourite of PT Master Badri, excelling in sports and winning several awards. He also practiced in the gym and made several good friends at school. He helped his mother cook at home, much to his father's delight, while his mother grumbled that Bansuri was too focused on her studies and had no interest in cooking. Both Bansuri and Madhov passed their Class 10 exams with good marks, but Bansuri stood first in her class. 2 years later, Bansuri topped her school and secured second place in the Class 12 board exams. Parents were happy but worried because they had no money to support the college education of both children. Mother whispered we could send Madhov to college and borrow money to marry Bansuri, which Madhov overheard. Later, Madhov told his father that he didn't want to study further and asked them to support Bansuri's dream of becoming a doctor. A week before the entrance exam, Bansuri fainted. Madhov rushed her to the hospital and went directly to Dr. Rahul. He took Bansuri to the emergency room, instructed the nurse to administer a glucose drip, and gave medicines for the fever. Dr. Rahul advised Madhov to ensure she eats and sleeps well for at least a day. Bansuri went on to secure a high rank in the MBBS entrance examination and was subsequently admitted to the Institute of Medical Sciences at Banaras Hindu University in Varanasi. Madhov was delighted. Despite her significant achievement, Bansuri was sad and cheerless. Papa had taken out a study loan from the bank for her admission, but it was insufficient. Madhov stepped in, saying, "No need to worry, I will arrange the rest of the money." The next day, Papa Madhov and Bansuri first prayed to Lord Ganesha in the temple, and then went to the medical institute to deposit the admission fees. Madhov's friend Ashok was waiting for them with the money. Bansuri got admitted to MBBS, making her first dream come true. Madhov began preparing for the upcoming half marathon in the city. He created a 4-month training schedule with PT Master Badri, and at times Bansuri joined them. Every day at 5 a.m., he started running to build his stamina and speed, aiming to complete the 21-kilometer distance in under 90 minutes. His friend Ashok gifted him a pair of running shoes. Madhov was both punctual and determined to succeed in the half marathon. In the evenings, Madhov also enrolled in basic computer classes. He had several business ideas, but had no money to pursue them. Ashok wanted him to join his family's hotel business, but Madhov was unsure. Jokingly, Bansuri suggested, "Why don't you open a mobile tea and kachori shop in front of the medical college? You'd sell those like hotcakes." Madhav suddenly remembered that the father of one of his classmates was moving to Dubai and wanted to sell his mobile snack shop van. He discussed this idea with PT Master Badri, and together they negotiated a good deal for the mobile van and its accessories on a monthly payment plan. Madhov painted the mobile van by himself and organised everything inside. He named his van Nanak Tea Point. Badri suggested, "You could involve the son of the school canteen owner. He is an excellent cook." Madhov agreed to this plan. On the first day of opening Nanak Tea Point in front of the medical college, the response was encouraging. While Madhav's parents were not entirely happy with his decision, they came to support him, along with Bansuri, Master Badri, Ashok, and Dr. Rahul. Nanak Tea Point flourished and was often crowded with customers. It was 2 p.m. and Madhov was waiting for Bansuri. He was hungry. She came late and felt sorry. Both of them were talking and eating lunch. Bansuri finished her lunch fast and left, saying that she didn't want to be late for the practical class. Bansuri had walked just 50 meters when she heard a choking, hoarse noise. She immediately turned back and saw Madhov, who was struggling to breathe. She ran towards him, collided with another student, and her notebooks fell on the ground. She got up and quickly moved towards Madhov. She stood behind Madhov, wrapped around his belly button, and gave 3 forceful thrusts into his abdomen. It worked, and the stuck food piece came out. He started coughing, a good sign indicating choking was over. Bansuri asked him to breathe deeply. With tears in her eyes, she was trembling with fear. Madhov wiped her tears, got hold of her hands, and said, "I am okay. You should now go to attend the class." The student with whom Bansuri collided had collected the fallen notebooks. He returned the books to Bansuri. Bansuri felt sorry and thanked him. The student asked Madhov, "How is she related to you?" Madhov proudly said, "She is my sister." Only 7 days remained until the Kashi Viswanath half marathon. For the final rehearsal, Madhov, along with Bansuri, arrived at the Banaras Hindu University gate at 5 a.m. PT Master Badri and Ashok were already waiting for them. Madhav remembered God and started the marathon. With 3 brief breaks of 2 to 3 minutes, Madhav completed the half marathon in just 1 hour and 26 minutes. Marathon runners from around the world had registered for the Kashi Viswanath half marathon. Among them was Amara, an American of Indian origin who had completed a half marathon on all 7 continents. She garnered significant media attention when she remarked, "Varanasi is the filthiest city I have ever visited. You see men and dogs sleeping together and dead bodies being burned on the ghats. It's so creepy." The half marathon began sharply at 6 a.m. from the BHU gate. All security arrangements and medical facilities, including drink stations, were in place. Hundreds of volunteers lined the marathon route to assist participants, creating a festive atmosphere with smiles all around. The marathon route showcased the heart and iconic ghats of Varanasi across the Ganges River. Madhov maintained a steady pace, but ran faster than during the rehearsal. He overtook numerous professional runners and completed 20 kilometers in just 1 hour and 10 minutes. Madhov took an energy drink. Bansuri and Badri joined him for the last kilometer. Madhov increased his speed and crossed the American girl, Amara. Amara got upset to find somebody overtaking her. She couldn't believe it. She lost her momentum and stumbled while climbing stairs in the ghat and fell. Amara cried, and Madhov looked back and stopped to help her. Madhov took hold of her. She had injured her ankle and knee and was unable to walk. Badri and Bansuri reached the spot in a minute. Badri examined her and said, "She has just some scratches on her ankle and knee." The medical team arrived and provided her with first aid and pain relievers. Amara said, "I will not be able to walk and complete the marathon." Madhov said, "You can do it. Just 1 kilometer more and we will be at the destination." Madhov helped her to continue the marathon. Madhov and Amara occupied 5th and 6th position, respectively, in the marathon. Amara was feeling unhappy. She thought that had she not stumbled, she would have stood first in the marathon. Suddenly, she thought about the boy who missed his chance to win the marathon because of her, yet he remained cool and smiling. Her eyes were searching for the boy. All the time she was thinking of herself only. She didn't bother to learn the boy's name, the boy who happily lost the marathon due to her. She had never come across such selfless and big-hearted people. She was feeling down and guilty. She wanted to find the boy and apologize. She also began to develop love and a deep appreciation for Varanasi and Indian culture. Soon, several news reporters surrounded Amara. One asked, "This time you didn't win the marathon. How do you feel?" Amara replied, "First of all, I want to apologize. I sincerely regret my earlier comments. I was wrong about Varanasi. It is the most spiritual and vibrant city I have ever visited. The people here are simple, loving, and kind-hearted." After a brief pause, she added, "I haven't lost anything. I have learned a valuable lesson today that has changed my thinking and attitude forever. The reporter then asked, "Will you visit the Kashi Vishwanath temple?" Amara said, "Yes. I plan to go for Kashi Vishwanath Darshan in the morning, Ganga Aarti in the evening, and move around the streets of Varanasi." Amara got Madhav's address and mobile number from the list of winning candidates. The next day, after praying at the Kashi Vishwanath temple, she met Madhav and enjoyed sabzi kachori at his shop. Amara offered to help Madhav open a large restaurant, but he respectfully declined. Amara asked, "Would you like to come to America?" Madhav replied, "Nahi. I love Varanasi. My day begins with running alongside the Ganga River and along the ghats of Varanasi. I wouldn't be happy anywhere else." Amara then tied a friendship band around his wrist and said, "You are an angel, Madhav." The teacher concluded the story. Bansuri faced gender biases several times, but she ignored them and moved forward to achieve her goals. Madhav and Bansuri supported each other like a rock. Bansuri completed her studies and is now a renowned doctor in Varanasi, while Madhav progressed quickly and now owns several Nanak tea points in the city. This is a work of fiction. Names, characters, businesses, events, and incidents are the products of the author's imagination. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, or actual events is purely coincidental. Nana Rajinder Acknowledgement. I appreciate the Kashi Ganga Marathon poster, GenCraft, Meta AI, and Leonardo.com for the images, and Sunita Jain and Grammarly for assistance with language editing. This story is also available at medium.com. If you enjoyed this story, please hit the thumbs up icon and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.